Hello gentlemen, welcome back. This video is a bonus video in the series on porn addiction, and it talks about the normalization of taboo content. You ever wonder how we went from a society where showing an ankle was scandalous to a world where the most twisted content is just Tuesday afternoon entertainment? That didn't happen by accident. That was engineered, and I'm going to show you exactly how. The porn industry has systematically broken down every sexual boundary that civilization spent thousands of years building. They did it so gradually that most guys don't even realize it happened. It's called normalization through exposure. Show people something often enough, and their brain stops seeing it as abnormal. The porn industry weaponized this to reshape what entire generations consider normal sexual behavior. Here's the playbook. They don't start with hardcore stuff that would make you click away. They start with something just slightly outside your comfort zone. Something uncomfortable, but not enough to stop watching. Let's use family role play as the clearest example. 20 years ago, incest was universally considered disgusting across every culture. One of humanity's strongest taboos for obvious biological and social reasons. First, they introduced step categories. Stepmom, stepsister, and many more. Technically not blood-related, so your brain can rationalize it as not really incest, just role play between adults, right? Once millions of guys were regularly watching step family content, they gradually dropped the step part. Now it's just mom and sister and daughter in the titles. Same actors, same scenarios, but now explicitly promoting actual incest fantasies. They moved the line so slowly, guys didn't notice. One day you're watching regular porn. Months later you're aroused by content that simulates the most fundamental taboo in human civilization. And it feels normal because they led you there inch by inch. But here's the really fucked up part. This doesn't stay contained to porn. Now every woman becomes sexualized through this lens. Guys start looking at their friend's mom, their teacher, their neighbor differently. The taboo becomes exciting instead of disgusting. They've literally rewired your brain to sexualize family relationships. This isn't just family content. They've done it with violence, degradation, extreme scenarios. Each gets normalized through gradual exposure until deviant becomes mainstream. The sick part is how this spills into real society. Young men consuming this since teenage years don't understand these aren't normal desires. Their sexual template was formed by extreme content, so they think domination and taboo scenarios are just how sex works. Women report guys expecting them to perform these acts without discussion. Choking, slapping, degrading behavior that used to require trust and communication is now expected as baseline. The industry literally reprogrammed what millions find sexually arousing. They replaced natural human sexuality with artificial desires that serve their business model of escalation and addiction. Think about how fucked up that is. Executives in boardrooms decided to systematically corrupt human sexual behavior for profit. They studied psychology, identified vulnerabilities, and exploited them to reshape our most intimate desires. The most popular categories today would have been fringe fetishes 20 years ago. What's vanilla now was hardcore in previous generations. They successfully moved the entire spectrum of normal sexual behavior. But they're not done. Every year, content gets more extreme, because once you've normalized today's taboos, you need new ones to keep users hooked. The escalation never stops. This is social engineering on massive scale. They're not selling entertainment. They're reshaping human sexuality to serve profit. And they're doing it to boys before their brains are fully developed. Kids starting at 11 or 12 don't know these aren't normal desires. Their sexual development happens through increasingly extreme content. By adulthood, they think this warped sexuality is natural human behavior. We're raising men who can't distinguish authentic intimacy from porn performance, who think real women should act like performers, who've been conditioned to find disturbing scenarios arousing. This isn't about being prudish. It's recognizing our sexual desires aren't as natural as we think. They've been crafted by an industry profiting from dysfunction. The good news, once you see what's happening, you can undo it. Your brain is plastic. It can be rewired. But first understand that what feels like authentic sexuality might be years of psychological manipulation. Every time you watch porn, You're participating in an experiment to push human sexual boundaries. The only way to opt out is to stop being their test subject. I hope you like the content. In order to make more videos like this, your support is helpful, so subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with men who are really in need of hearing this. In the next video, we will take our first steps towards working on this addiction. So see you next time.